Lay back, close your eyes, and let yourself drift into the rhythm of the rails. The night is cool and still, the stars stretched wide above the rolling hills, and the world is quiet except for the gentle hum of the train as it winds its way through the sleepy Cornish countryside. The carriage is warm and comfortable, rocking ever so slightly with the steady motion of the train. A soft light glows from the reading lamp above, casting golden hues over the plush seats and the worn wooden panels that tell stories of journeys past. Outside, the world moves like a dream. Velvet, dark fields dotted with grazing sheep, shadowed hedgerows lining the path, and every now and then a flickering lantern in the distance, where a lone cottage stands, its occupants lost in slumber. As the train glides deeper into the heart of Cornwall, the air shifts, becoming tinged with the crisp scent of the sea, carried inland by the whispering wind. The gentle pull of the tide seems to match the rhythm of the wheels on the track, a soothing heartbeat of the night. You settle in, feeling the warmth of the journey wrap around you like a thick woolen blanket. The train slows as it passes through a station, perhaps Truro, with its grand old cathedral rising up in the darkness, its spires catching the moonlight. The platform is empty except for the occasional night traveller, wrapped in coats and scarves, waiting for their own quiet journeys to begin. The hiss of the doors opening is barely a whisper, a brief pause before the train breathes in and moves once more, onwards towards the coast. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the faint sounds of the train, the steady clatter of the wheels, the gentle whistle in the distance, the rhythmic sigh of the engine as it pulls you further into the night. There is a magic to train journeys in the dark, a sense of moving through time itself, gliding between the waking world and the realm of dreams. Beyond the window, the land begins to change. The rolling hills smooth into dunes, the trees thin, and soon the first glimpses of the ocean appear between gaps in the landscape, a deep, endless expanse, bathed in silver by the light of the moon. The train hugs the coastline now, curving along the cliffs, and for a moment it feels as though you are floating above the water, the waves far below rising and falling in an endless lullaby. The scent of salt and seaweed lingers in the air, filling your senses with the crisp, clean breath of the Atlantic. The train hums along, winding its way through quiet stations, St. Earth, where travellers change for St. Ives, their footsteps muffled in the night, and then Penzance, where the journey nears its end. Beyond here, there is only the far west, the rugged cliffs of Land's End, where the land falls away into nothing but sky and sea. But before the journey ends, the train slows once more, A small station emerges from the night, an old weathered sign barely visible in the dim light. A figure waits alone on the platform, bundled in a heavy coat, their breath a soft mist in the cool air. They step aboard, their presence unnoticed by all but the train itself, as if they too are part of the night's quiet secrets. The train moves on, passing fields where the ghostly outlines of tin mines rise from the landscape, silent sentinels of a time long past. The soft glow of distant village lights flickers between the trees, homes where families rest in quiet comfort, unaware of the train slipping past in the dark. A gentle mist begins to settle over the land, swirling over the fields and tracing the contours of the valleys. The world outside becomes hazy, ethereal, as though the train is passing through a dream itself. Even the moonlight seems softer now, diffused by the veil of mist, casting a glow that feels more like memory than light. Inside the carriage, the rhythmic rocking of the train lulls you deeper into relaxation. Your eyelids grow heavy, the warmth of your seat cradling you in comfort. The world beyond the window fades, the distant shore a mere whisper, the rhythmic pull of the tide sinking with your own slowing breath. As the train nears the end of its journey, the sea grows closer, the scent of salt filling the air completely, the sound of waves crashing against the distant cliffs echoes in the background, steady and soothing. The final stretch of track leads towards a place where the land dissolves into the vast unknown, where dreams slip into the waves and drift out with the tide. But for now, you remain on the train, cocooned in warmth and quiet, rocked gently as the world outside fades into darkness. The sound of the waves echoes distantly, their rhythm matching the slow, steady pull of sleep. The journey continues, but you no longer need to follow it. Instead, you let go, drifting deeper into slumber, carried by the midnight train to Cornwall, where dreams are as deep and endless as the rolling tide.